He has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All you have to do is stay to the sweet chanting Hari's names. Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Hari Bo, Hari Bo.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna.
OGEbeats.com.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Goranga Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna. Okay, get your bead bags on. Let's chant some japa here.
It's not
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama
Hare Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Jesus,
Hare,
Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Srila
Krishna Krishna
Prabhupada,
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare
Jesus,
Rama,
Hare Ram
Rama
Hare Ram
Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram
Srila
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Jesus,
Krishna
Srila Prabhupada,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Jesus,
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Jesus,
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Jesus
Jesus, Srila
Prabhupada
Hare Rama, Hare
Prabhupada,
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Srila
Krishna
Prabhupada,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Jesus,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Jesus, Srila
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Prabhupada, Jesus.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Yadvaita Nityananda
Hihi,
Gauravacharya
Hari Hari, Hari Hari.
Shri Advaita Nityananda
Hare
Gaura
Krishna.
Hari 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 Hari
Gaura
Hare
Chandra
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Advaita Nityananda Gaura
Hare Rama
Chandra
Hare Rama
Gaura
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Shri Advaita
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Shri
Rama Rama
Advaita
Hare Hare
Nityananda
Krishna
Gaura
Krishna, Hare
Chandra
Hare,
Gaura Chandra Gaura
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Gauranga
Krishna
Gaura
Krishna
Chandra
Krishna
Gaura
Hare Hare
Chandra Gaura
Rama Rama,
Chandra
Hare
Hare
Vishwamba
Rama Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Vishwamba
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Vishwamba
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Nimai Pandit
Rama Rama,
Nimai
Hare Krishna.
Pandit Nimai Pandit Nimai
Hare
Pandit
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Nimai
Hare
Pandit
Rama Hare Rama
Pandita,
Rama Rama
Nimai Pandita,
Nimai Pandit
Hare Krishna Hare
Jaya,
Krishna
Jaya, Sachinandana,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Jaya
Hare
Sachinandana.
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Nimai Pandit
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Nimai Pandit
Hare Rama Hare
Divine,
Rama
divine,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
divine, divine,
Vishwamba
Nana.
Vishwamba Vishwamba
Vishwavara.
Lord and Master
Vishwavara. Vishwavara.
Hare 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 Hare
Vishwavara.
Gaura
Nimai Pandita Nadia
Shri Krishna
Hare Hare
Chaitanya
Hare Hare
Shri Krishna
More
Chaitanya
Nimai Pandit Nadia
Shri Krishna
More
Chaitanya
Nimai
Shri
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Prabhu
Krishna.
Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Pandit
Krishna Krishna,
Chaitanya
Hare Hare
Nadia
Hare
Shri
Rama.
Krishna Chaitanya
Rama
Shri
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
More
Chaitanya
Nimai
Shri
Prabhu
Hare Krishna, Hare
Pandit
Krishna.
Nadia
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Krishna Krishna
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama Rama
Chaitanya Shri
Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Shri
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Chaitanya
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Shri
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Chaitanya
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
Shri
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Rama Hare Rama.
Shri
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama
Shri
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama.
Shri Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Chaitanya
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Hare Rama,
Shri
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Shri
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Shri
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Shri
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Shri
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
Chaitanya
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Rama,
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Hare Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Chaitanya
Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Shri
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Hare
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
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 Rama,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Hare, Hare Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
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 Hare
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 Rama,
Rama,
Rama.
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama
Rama,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Rama.
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda,
Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Sri
Jaya Shri
Chaitanya Jaya
Chaitanya Jaya
Nityananda
Nityananda
Jaya
Jaya
Sri
Shri
Advaita
Advaita
Chandra Jaya
Chandra Jaya
Gaura
Gaur
Bhakta
Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Chaitanya Charitamrita Anjalila, chapter, 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 chapter 10. Sri Chaitanya accepts prasad from his devotees. Let me offer my respectful obeisances. Music. Okay.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Let me offer my respectful obeisances. Okay. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is always pleased to accept anything given with faith and love by his devotees, and is always ready to bestow mercy upon them. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all glories to Lord Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. The next year, all the devotees were very pleased, to go to Jagannath Puri, Nilachal, to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Advaitacharya Goswami led the party from Bengal. He was followed by Acharya Ratna, Acharya Nidhi, Srivas Thakur, and other glorious devotees. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had ordered Nityananda to stay in Bengal, but nevertheless, because of ecstatic love, Lord Nityananda also went to see him. Indeed, it is a symptom of real affection that one breaks the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not caring for the regulative principles to associate with them. I always love this preaching. It's so wild and conclusive. People say, oh, see, breaking the regulative principles. Oh, wait, man, I don't know. These circumstances, or this is Chaitanya Lila preaching this. Ramananda Roy also said, when one is inspired by the Lord in the heart, he doesn't care anything about the rules and regulations. This is preaching of these are the devotees I respect. These are the devotees I follow. I mean, you could follow whoever. You got to follow these rules. You got to follow these rules. You can follow those guys if you want. These are my heroes. I don't know. These are the ones I follow in their footsteps. See, when you reach the platform of ecstatic love, you got more freedom, man. Why? Come on, you guys, get with the real program. Don't you want more freedom? We're free in this ecstatic worship, free of lamentation. Look at poor Dean. Well, actually, it was good for him. It's great. She was reading that pastime, and he was there. Yeah, everybody's got to go through their, feelings. This is everything. Some people are at different levels. The same thing happened when Lord Chaitanya was here. The devotees had different levels. Some had to go through more grief, and all this. Some were already, like Srivas, ecstatic. Everything was a big celebration. Yeah, and yeah. So everybody is progressing. That's why all you have to do is enter this vibration, whether you have grief or you have liberated feelings. It doesn't matter. It all will transform. See? All will change for the better. See? Yeah. Yeah. See, it's a symptom of real affection that one breaks the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Like even with chanting is a good example. Some people, Lord Caitanya, for the sake of this, he was chanting in ecstasy, and he was getting ecstasy. If a devotee is getting ecstasy, that means the Lord is getting ecstasy. It's a dual show, that kind of thing. And so the Lord was chanting Gopi, 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 and the person, the stickler for the rules and regulations, came to instruct him. See, no, our Guru Dev told us, in the Acharya said you're supposed to chant the Krishna, 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 or you're supposed to chant the whole mantra. I have this all the time here. People come and say, Gohar, you're not chanting right. You got to chant the whole mantra. Sometimes I'm just chanting Krishna's name, or whatever I feel like doing. I'm more free. You're not free. You got to follow the rules and regulations because you'll feel guilty if you break the order. I don't serve Krishna out of guilt. Out of great ecstasy. If you don't want to get on that page, go ahead and serve out of guilt. The obligations, and because you're supposed to. You can do that. I just serve Krishna for transcendental happiness. Yeah, and sometimes I just feel like chanting Krishna's name, and that's it. And I always, people they want to control guru. This is the thing. That's why anybody that is on the material level. That's why I tried to teach Dean a lesson a little bit there. When he started to say, well, Gohar, you should do it this way. But you see, that's just automatic when you're in the mundane level because you're covered by that. You act like that. You just act that's normal for people, right? Oh, they're in grief, this was so untimely, that death. She was so young. She should have lived. See, it's like we want to control God. And Gohari comes and spoils the party. He comes. I'm sorry, that's not, I'm not attending those parties, and pity parties. Sorry. No, it was timely. It was Lord Chaitanya's will. She read it. See, that's conclusive. See, we go with the scriptures here, not with people's material sentiments. See? It was really nice. Dean it was a test. I wanted to see how he'd react. And it was great. He passed the flying colors. It's great. He says, he saw, see. I was waiting to see if he was going to say, oh, how dare you, who are you, that kind of, he didn't do it. See, shows, see, he's really with the program. And to know this, like I was saying, like, hey man, you should, if you want to come here, don't come here. Well, you can come here however you like, but let me just tell you the program here is come and see if you want a bona fide spiritual master. This is what the program really is. See if you can be convinced that this is the place to follow this process taught by Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, by the action of the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat, who's the bona fide spiritual master. When you're ready to be delivered, you're going to get one of those. If you're not on that page, you have a different opinion, all that, well, then you'll be cut from the team here. Because we're a team. This is the program. It's not my program. It's Krishna's program. That's, it's good to know. I mean, a lot of people may not be clear on what's going on here. So it's good to be clear. And then, why are we here? Why, you should ask Tom, why are you here? Or anybody. Do you want a spiritual master? Because that's what's going on here. I don't want people that are, that are going to be drags on like a drag. You got to drag them. They're not here. I don't know. I don't really want. I just want to take the energy. Hey, man, come and see if you want to surrender to a bona fide spiritual master. If you're with that program, because that's what I teach here. And surrender just means surrender to what I'm surrendered to. I'm surrendered to this conclusion. I'm surrendered to this teaching. I'm surrendered to these preachings, whether the Lord has given me this position. He's giving you your position. Lalita, she's got her position, right? And she's very happy with it, her role, and she's an ecstatic devotee. See, so if you want to become an ecstatic devotee, you follow in the footsteps of the witness who follow the program that works. They're here to teach the program. They went in the door and they become the shepherd of the sheep because the guru is the door. And that's just facts of life. You don't like it? Too bad. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. Because, hey, we're going to Vrindavan, and there's a process, there's a way. Am I saying anything that's not in the book? The only thing is, I don't want any blind believers. You come here and see if this is what's going on here. Because if you're here for some other motive and reason, you're in the wrong place. Isn't it nice to be told whether you're in the right? Maybe you don't know. Maybe you're here for some other reason now. So I just help you understand what the program is here. We follow the book. The book is sacred. Is a sacred book sacred to you? Is the scripture sacred? Well, they are to me. They get us into the kingdom of Vrindavan. If you don't follow that process, you can check and see if I'm teaching you that process right there in chapter 1 of Adi Lila that I quote all the time. And actually, Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is always the same process. Jesus taught it also. You think any of them would have been apostles and saints if they didn't follow and listen and surrender to Jesus's word? Simple, Read what little Amy says. Let's see what she has to say there.
Okay. She says, this preaching makes sense. It's logical. And it's all about love. No confusing rules and nonsensical ideas. Just straight up loving God in the most logical way and effective way, which is telling him verbally and with absolute gratitude and appreciation of all he is and ever has been.
So it's good to know because a lot of times, these when you're in I'm here to help people move into spiritual consciousness, and you can't do that by controlling guru. You can't do that. It just the whole program would fall apart. That has to be given up. The control of guru. You got to understand. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is very spontaneous. See, so if you're here to follow the process, it's not about controlling guru. They tried to do that with Prabhupada. He's ready to give up the whole Hare Krishna movement. They locked him in his room and they wanted to control guru in Los Angeles. And he says, oh, okay, here's the Hare Krishna movement for you. And I'm going to do bhajan in Radha Damodar. He was detached from, you can't control guru. If you want to make spiritual progress, you have to surrender to the guru's words and teachings. So that's why I say I don't want any blind believers. Just come here long enough to see if this is the place to do that. Because that's what we teach is this process here. If you want to just chant Hare Krishna and you follow these unqualified gurus, you can go do that. If you want to chant Hare Krishna like some New Age people and not have any guru, you can do that. But if you want to go to Vrindavan, this is the way you do it, because they don't get in, none of those people, until they follow this process that's taught in the book that I teach as it is. See? That's the door. That's the narrow gate. It's the word of the real guru, and the word of the real guru must match the book Bhagavad. That's how narrow. Is that too narrow for anybody? Sorry. I love the narrow gate. Do you like the narrow gate, Lalita? You know, isn't it nice? The narrow gate is
Bien
beautiful.
exact.
You can't fall off the path if you stay on the narrow path, man. You know? That's it. It's a nice tunnel right into the light of Vrindavan. That's why this book is written. As I said, if you just want to chant Hare Krishna and have no guru, that's okay. A lot of New Age people do it. If you want to chant Hare Krishna under these putana, people that are caught by putana and they're hypocrites and liars and cheaters, and they're not bona fide, they don't have prema bhakti, go ahead. You'll probably get there in many lifetimes, like Narayan Raj told you. Yeah, you want to get there in this lifetime? Come through the narrow gate. If you really appreciate the scriptures as sacred, come and see if these words match the scriptures. Because if they do, you're going to get the desired result, love of Krishna. It says it by the action of the book Bhagavad. And if you have a devotee Bhagavad, love of God is transferred into your heart if you're surrendered to those words. So come here and see if you can trust these words. If you trust these scriptures, see if what I'm saying is in the scriptures, and then see if what they're saying is in the scriptures. Because I don't see it. Narayan Raj says, oh, yes, Prema Bhakti, yeah, Premi, Radhe, 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 Govind, Rupa, 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 I'm so great, and all that, right? And there's no love of God transmitted. And he didn't show because he said, we're not supposed to show, too confidential. But in the scripture, it says, by the action of the book Bhagavad and the devotee Bhagavad, love of God is transferred into the heart. That only happens here and nowhere else. See? Don't tell me you're preaching Raganuga Bhakti and spontaneous devotional service if you don't do the job. Just move aside. You guys should be coming over here, you Narayan Raj devotees. What are you doing? Following a many lifetime path. We follow the process that really works that he didn't teach. Or he taught in word only, but not deed. Where's the deed? Where's the ecstatic devotees like Lalita? All those gurus that he so made. There's not even one like them, like Lalita or Johan or Govinda. Not even one. Hey man, proof is in the pudding. Don't give me all this talk and no deeds. Where's the deed? Where's the deed that God is empowered you? Don't go around, acting like the greatest devotee, but you can't do the deed of awakening ecstatic love. Isn't that what Lord Caitanya said? Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. Well, I guess you're certainly not if you can't do it, huh? Is that offensive to just speak the truth that Lord Caitanya spoke? See, those guys who agree with these other inconclusive stuff would believe that. I like what Lord Chaitanya, I believe what he says. Yes, it's correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna is a real spiritual master. It's time for you guys to wake up, you sleeping souls. Jeev Jago. What is this stuff? You believe anybody, whatever, just because they wear a dhoti. It's like believing in a politician that's jerking you around, that's wearing a suit. No, man, let the truth be your guide. You come and see if Gauri is speaking the truth or not. Yeah. Amy says, if it wasn't you, I would just choose to have no guru. That's smart. But after knowing you, I would never want to be outside your shelter and association. Inside this shelter is so much warmth, comfort, and bottled up love. To know this association is to know real love, and that is God. Yeah, I mean, this is she's trusting this path and following it and getting the result. Yeah. How did I get into this? Oh yeah, breaks, yeah. Indeed, a symptom of the real affection that one breaks the order of the Supreme Personality of not caring for regular principles to associate with him. Yeah, and when love of God awakens in the devotee, that's the association they want. You can't tell such devotees how to be and what to do. That's the ones, they think they follow guru. They don't follow guru. Not even those so-called gurus follow guru. All they do want to change the books. And it translates over here. They want to change my preaching. I should preach a certain way. I should chant a certain way. No, I follow this verse. Just naturally. This all devotees do that are ecstatic. Follow this verse. Yeah. Yeah. During the rasa dance, Krishna asked the gopis to return home, but they neglected his order and stayed there for his association. That's why you can't order an ecstatic devotee, not even Krishna. Look, Krishna says, I want you to go home. No. I want to be with you. That's it. They don't follow it. If they don't want to follow, they can or they don't have to. It's up to them. It's up to their heart. Is a good example in Chaitanya Lila? Gadadhar took sannyas in Puri only because Lord Caitanya, he was intelligent. He didn't care about taking sannyas, but Lord Caitanya took sannyas, and he had the and so he thought, well, Lord Chaitanya's going to stay here in Puri, so I'm going to take sannyas. So he took sannyas, took a vow never. The sannyas thing was take a vow never to leave Vrindavan. So he took that vow never to leave Puri. So he took that vow. And Lord Caitanya knew. He said, so one day he thought, I'm going to Vrindavan. I just feel I got to go to Vrindavan. And then Gadadhar wanted to be close. He didn't want to leave. He's like Radha, Radha's mood. He didn't want to leave. Yeah. And so he says, oh, okay, I'm going with you. And Lord Jesus said, no, you took a vow. You don't want to break the vow. He says, oh, I'll break millions of vows to be with you. What is a vow? Who cares about the vow? See, these indirect orders, this is the Vaidhi path. They have all these rules regulated. You could say they're from the Supreme Lord, but they're indirect and they're passive and they're not dynamic. They're not in the moment. Look at Nityananda. Nityananda was ordered the year before by Lord Caitanya to stay in Bengal. And in the moment, he was feeling ecstatic love. See, due to ecstatic love, he said, oh, I'm going. He broke the order. You notice all these rules and regulations weren't created today. They were created in the past, right? So when you're a spontaneous devotee, you live in the moment, and you can't do that artificially. Like you can't imitate a spontaneous devotee. And some people try. See, that's when you become a lech. Like some people here have tried to imitate, and they become, drunks, drug addicts, and all kinds of stuff, right? They have problems and they become offensive like this, trying to imitate the ecstatic devotees. I don't have to name any names, but some have tried. And they end up getting, they have to put them on the outside because it's an imitation, it ain't the real thing. Hey, so Nityananda, in the moment he was ecstatic, I'm going to go see Lord Chaitanya. So did he act that really outside the order of the Lord? No, the Lord, the devotee and the Lord share the same heart, and he's pleased Lord Caitanya millions of times more than following that order that he got the year before. This is the way of ecstatic love. Who knows this stuff? Right? Nityananda, what do you think? He could have said, well, you know, the Lord gave me the order the year before. That's like tradition. Now it's a tradition. It's in the past. How dynamic is it? See, spontaneous. That's why it's the greatest show on earth when a spontaneous devotee manifests, because it's like a show that is created in the moment by the great genius of the Lord and the Lord's devotees working together. Very dynamic. It's according to the time, the place, and the circumstance. Tradition is out the window. Has to be that way. Otherwise, you're a traditionist. You're not awakened yet. So many they're just carrying on the tradition of the rules, the regulations of Varnashram Dharma. See, they don't know why Lord Caitanya came here. You'll only know coming here. Narayan Raj couldn't teach you that. He didn't teach that. It's time for you guys, you Narayan Raj devotees, you need to wake up if you're going to wake up. If not, believe those traditions. Believe what he said. That's not true. Lord Chaitanya came to deliver ecstatic devotion even to the most fallen persons like you out there. You Narayan Raj, you puffed up sannyasis and gurus. Very puffed up. Very proud. Like Daksha. He came to give to the most fallen, if they would accept his word and conclusions. And that can happen again if you're going to accept these words and conclusions coming again. Same conclusions he got, same reason he came. And the ones who didn't get it, they didn't accept his opinion. So then go ahead, you follow Narayan Raj. After many lifetimes, maybe you'll get this ecstatic love. When you follow this path that's being taught now you have the chance. Okay? You have the chance now. And that goes for you ISKCON devotees, all of you. You have the chance now because we're delivering. We do the deed. The deed here is my Lord's hand is upon this mission. And people get ecstatic love here or make quick progress. Of course, he tests you to see if you come to your conclude that, I'm going to follow this path. I want a bona fide guru. I want to surrender to the word. No, I'm not, I don't want to go out there and become a big guru or something. Rules are for training the dog. Once the dog knows its master's heart, it acts spontaneous. Yeah, exactly. And the devotee, this is the mercy Lord Caitanya came to give, and he's giving through our Sangha. These devotees don't believe. The Narayan Raj group and the Radhakund Babalichis do not believe in the mercy of Lord Caitanya. They just don't. If they want to believe in it, they'd have to come here. Because if they believed in it, they would actually have had it, and they would be promoting it. Remember? We read chapter 8, Adi Lila. It's all in the book. Krishnadas Kaviraj said, those who do not believe in the mercy of the Panchatattva are just croaking frogs. They just croak their little Bhagavatam classes and Bhagavad Gita classes and their ceremonies. Just dry. See? They don't believe in the mercy of Lord Caitanya. You know why? Because they're not recipients. They haven't come in the real line yet. People, they're promoting false lines. This is the real line, man. Can you see the elephant in the room? Yeah, okay, we'll continue preaching. It'll make it more clear every day. The mercy of Lord Caitanya is here. It's being expressed. It's being demonstrated. It's being glorified. What more can you ask for in preaching? Talk about ironclad conclusive truth. What illusion can survive this? if you have faith in the scriptures and Mahapurushas in our line. So, what else? If one carries out Krishna's order, Krishna is certainly pleased. See? Yeah, Krishna's pleased if you follow the rules and regulations. Yeah. How much pleasure do you want, people? How much you Narayan Raj and Radhakund Babajis and ISKCON, how much of the pleasure of the Lord do you want? You want that much? Yeah, he's pleased. Or do you want this amount that we got and we show it? When the Lord's pleased, you look like a Lalita or a Johan or a Govinda or a Janaki or others who are really surrendered to the real process. See? He's the Lord's pleased. So are you satisfied with that little diddly squat pleasure, or do you want this kind of pleasure here that we have, which is this? He's certainly pleased. But if one sometimes breaks his order due to ecstatic love, that gives him millions of times greater happiness. That's our pleasure. We show you what it looks like that none of you in any of those groups ever showed you, not even your big illustrious guru. We show you what that pleasure looks like. My God, what a concept. Yeah, that was the conception. That was the demonstration Lord Caitanya and Nityananda and their real followers did. They showed the glories of ecstatic love. They said, come into our association and chant like us. Just come into the vibration, get over your grief, that ras, that material ras of grief, pity party grief stuff. Come into this vibration and very easily we'll just grab you and, like they do when the baby's being delivered. Sometimes it's hard to come out. We'll just grab you here and pull you up into the spiritual dimension where there's no material sadness and all that. Remember that story today that she read? Wasn't that beautiful? Yeah, Krishna will have Lord Chaitanya's tears will come to his eyes because he'll see that you have no more material grief. See, when tears come to his eyes, that means tears are coming to your eyes. That's why, remember, she said in the Nityananda, Lord Caitanya says, Nityananda and I are now your sons. It's not what you think. Okay? That's a bona fide. See, in the Panchatattva, Srivas represents the bona fide spiritual master. The bona fide spiritual master has sons and daughters and sons. Okay? We are your sons. See, that's the kind of disciples I get here. And if you're not on that, that kind of mentality and wanting that, you won't come here or you'll just last. I will cut you from the team. Krishna will cut you from the team. Because that's what a bona fide spiritual master, the Lord, see, blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. That's the kind of disciples came to Jesus. Only one got cut from the team. Well, there were about 50, he had 56 or 60 something, and then a bunch got cut from the team. But he had 11 that are really strong, pure hearts. See, those are the ones that are the sons of the real guru. Are you one of those out there, or would you like to be anybody? Sorry, man, this is a high-class Sunday. You ready? You want to be high? You ready for high class? Don't have to dress the part. Well, you do, actually. You have to be dressed with this kind of bhakti that you see going on here. Okay. So that's how it is. See, when you have a bona fide spiritual master, do you like this kind of association? That's the kind of people that come here. Don't look at their external stuff. Their heart is pure, like River's heart was pure, deep, deep inside there. Otherwise, that Lord manifested in her heart. Yeah, that's all crust, other stuff. See? But the Lord was in there, man. Therefore, the heart is pure. See, we get disciples like that here. See? Yeah, see? So that's the ones that know Krishna. What did Jesus say? Jesus said, I come here to teach those who are taught by God. See, in the heart. See, see, that's the Lord. Now you're a devotee. See, and then you come to that. When you're ready to be delivered, you come to such a guru. You can tell a lot of these persons in the religions, in Vaishnava, they're not ready to be delivered yet. Otherwise, they'd be here. Who else can deliver? Who else is doing this? Who else is teaching like this? There ain't one person on the planet I've seen teaching like this. It's all been show, smoke and mirrors everywhere. You notice? Smoke and mirrors. Yeah, this is the apocalypse, man. Yeah, even Tom's, he's oh, Sadhu, so great and everything. You find out he's one of the gang out there, depopulators. Yeah, Maya is working everywhere. In religion, in these yogis and new ages and all of that stuff. But Yoga Maya is working here, you notice? Where are the symptoms of Yoga Maya working anywhere else, Lalita? Huh? You see any Yoga Maya working anywhere except here? There's Maya here. It's called Yoga Maya, union with the transcendental Lord. Ooh, wow. Where are you going to see that? Right, Amy? Isn't it kind of like that? What do you think, Tom? Give us your thoughts.
I was thinking, what feelings did I have for Sadhguru? And it's I didn't have many feelings for him.
Yeah, he didn't have many feelings for you either. He was ready to take you off the
planet. There was not really communication, and here in this little sangha there is a lot of communication. Yeah. It's very intimate, yeah. And that was not there.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the guru takes you on his back, just like that dream of Saint Francis. The ones who were on his back, he carried across, got across that river of illusion. The others who went alone on their own, or on the backs of these other persons that are not qualified, they can't go through that rushing water of Maya. Didn't make it. They all drowned. And those who were on the back of St. Francis, his intimate companions, made it. That's how it works. It's always like that. That's conclusive. That's why I teach that process here. You want to make it to Vrindavan or not? If you can go whatever you choose to go, whatever way you speculate on. I go with the way the book teaches here. The Lord put me in this position. I surrendered to that. I also fought it for a while. I didn't want, no, too much responsibility, No, I'm not qualified. Yeah, it's not about that. Just follow the order and the Lord makes you qualified. I can't glory in myself. I glory in the truth. I glory in the order of Prabhupada and the blessing of Krishna. I have faith. It works. That's the conclusion I got. It works. Just follow the order. It's like the book says. The order of the spiritual master, the opinion of the spiritual master, is the active principle of spiritual life. It activates our spiritual life. Otherwise, there's no activation. But the spiritual master needs to be bona fide, be really empowered by the transcendental potency. If you want spirit, transcendental potency is transcendental potency. What is this? You're a guru and you got no transcendental potency, and your disciples think you have, and you think you have. You speculate you have, and it's not in alignment with the book's teachings. Transcendental potency means you have love of Krishna. Love of Krishna means you laugh, you cry, you choke up, and you chant in great ecstatic love and devotion. Simple. If you're not in alignment with that, you're not in alignment with Krishna. That's why they want to change the books. So the books are in alignment with Maya, Mahamaya. See? No. We make the books as they are. We just teach them as they are. That's why it works. That's why it doesn't work there. Hey man, why wouldn't you want to follow a scientific process? Science means you follow a formula that works. This worked before. People, followed this process before. The book, it says this is the process. And because it worked, that's why it's in the sacred books. And so we revitalize that, revive that process, because you got bona fide guru here, and you have bona fide disciples, witnesses, who encourage others in the world to follow also to get this result. Most of the world, 99% of the Vaishnavas think this ecstatic worship is illusion. That's how far away they are from the truth. They don't know who they worship. We do. See, we're in alignment with what Jesus said, actually. And he was just bringing it out. Lord Caitanya fluffed it out even more. And then it went hidden, it went underground. And then now, in Vaishnavism, it's all about hiding the truth, hiding love of God. Can you imagine? Well, it's not about that here, because it's time to bring it out of the closet. To show people, yeah, you can worship like this. Just come here. The people here, we carry the gift. We're here to share it. But, how are you going to get it if your opinions are against this? Right? How can you get this if you go against this? That's why you stay dry. You stay on the level of rules and regulations, and you can't taste the happiness, 1,000 times greater happiness. And because when a devotee is happy, it means the Lord is happy. And the happiness is not that material, happy, sad bullshit. It's transcendental, ecstatic, exaggerated happiness, 1,000 times more than human happiness. That's what people get to see here. That's a pretty rare place, I'd say, huh? See, this people who's preached like this, who's shared this, who's brought this out. Well, 550 years they were preaching this. That's why they had ecstatic love back then. And that's why they don't have it now, because it hasn't been preached until now. This is the first fruits for the Vaishnavas. Yeah. If this is attractive, then come on board. If it's not, if it's more attractive just to follow dry rules and everything, follow your path. What's it, It's your choice, your journey in life. I'm here, I got a job to do. Fun job. And we have a team. This is a team. We're team players, man. Janardhan, it's heart overflowing happiness I experience. Yeah, listening attentively. Yeah. Okay. Vasudeva. Lalita, you start reading a little bit.
Okay, Guru Maharaj, thank you. Oh, glories to you.
I heavied everybody out enough.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra. Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Vasudeva Datta. Purari Gupta. Gangadasa. Sriman Chena. Sriman Pandita. Akirkana Krishnadasa. Murari Garuda Pandita. Buddhimantakan. Sanjaya Purusuttam. Bhagavan Pandita. Suklambara Brahmachari. Nisrimananda. Nisrimananda Brahmachari and many others joined together to go to Jagannath Puri. It would be impossible to mention the names of them all. The inhabitants of Kulina Grama and Kanda, they also came and joined. Srivasa Sena took the leadership and thus started taking care of them all. Raghava Pandita came with bags full of food prepared very nicely by his sister, Damayanti. Damayanti made varieties of unparalleled food, just suitable for Lord Caitanya, Mahaprabhu to eat. The Lord ate it continually for 1 year. These are the names of some of the pickles and condiments in the bags of Raghava Pandita. You want me to name them?
A few, name a few.
Okay. I know Pani likes that. Amra Kashandi, Ada Kashandi, Gyala Kashandi, Nembu Ada, Amra Kori, Amshi, Amakanda, Tailamra, and Amasatta. With great attention, Damayanti also made dried, bitter vegetables into a powder. Do not neglect Sukuta because it is a bitter preparation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu derived more happiness from eating this Sukuta than from drinking Panchamrita, the preparation of milk, sugar, ghee, honey, and yogurt. Since Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he extracts the purpose from everything. He accepted Damayanta's affection for him, and therefore he derived great pleasure even from the dried bitter leaves of Sukuta, from Kashandi, because of her natural love for Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Damayanti considered the Lord an ordinary human being. Therefore, she thought that he would become sick by overeating and there would be mucus within his abdomen. because of because of sincere affection. She thought that eating this sukuta would cure the Lord's disease. Considering these affectionate thoughts of Damayanti, the Lord was very pleased. The dear lover strung a garland and placed it on the shoulder of his beloved in the presence of her co-wives. She has raised breasts. It was very beautiful. Yet, although the garland was tainted with mud, she didn't reject it. For its value lay not in the material things, but in love. But in love. Damayanti powdered coriander and any seeds. She cooked them with sugar and made them into sweetmeats in the shape of small balls. She made sweet meatballs with dried ginger to remove mucus caused by too much bile. She put all these preparations separately into small cloth bags. She made 100 varieties of condiments and pickles. She also made koli shunti, koli kurna, koli kanda, and many other preparations. How many should I name? She made many, many sweet meals.
You can skip to verse 38 now.
Okay. And she then rubbed and shielded each and every bag with great attention. The bags were carried by 3 bearers, one after another. Thus I have briefly described the bags that have become famous as Raghavera Gyali. The superintendent for all those bags was Makaradvayakara, who kept them with great attention, like his very life. And all the Vaishnavas from Bengal, they went to Jagannath Puri. By chance, they arrived on the day when Lord Jagannath performs pastimes in the water, boarding a boat in the water of Narendra Sarovara. Lord Govinda performed his water pastimes with all the devotees. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived. With his personal associates to see the jubilant pastimes of Lord Jagannath in Narendra Sarovara. At the same time, all the devotees from Bengal, they arrived at the lake and had a great meeting with the Lord. All the devotees, they, they immediately felt at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the Lord lifted and embraced every one of them. The Gaudiya Sampradaya, consisting of all the devotees from Bengal, they began congregational chanting. When they met the Lord, they began to cry loudly in ecstatic love. I'm sorry. Because of the pastimes in the water, there was great jubilation on the shore with music, singing, chanting, and dancing, creating a tumultuous sound. Indeed, the chanting and the crying of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas mixed and created a tumultuous sound vibration that filled the entire universe. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he entered the water with his devotees and he began his pastimes with them in great jubilation. In his Chaitanya Mangala, now known as Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur has given a detailed description of the activities the Lord performed in the water. There is no use in again describing here the activities of the Lord. It would simply be repetitious and would increase the size of this book. After concluding his pastimes in the water, Lord Govinda returned to his residence. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went to the temple, taking all his devotees with him. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to his residence after visiting the temple of Jagannath, he asked for a large quantity of Lord Jagannath's prasada, which he then distributed among his devotees so that they could eat sumptuously. After talking with all the devotees for some time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked them to occupy the individual residences in which they had lived the previous year. Raghava Pandita delivered the bags of eatables to Govinda, who kept them in a corner of the dining room. Govinda thoroughly emptied the bags from the previous year and kept them in another room to fill them with other goods. The next day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went with his personal devotees to see Lord Jagannath. When Lord Jagannath arose early in the morning,
I like that word, personal devotees. Went with his personal devotees.
Yeah.
That's the association we need, is the personal devotees, the associates of the Lord. Because the Lord goes with them and not with others. Some people in the Mayavadi idea think, oh, yeah, the Lord is with me also. Lord, yeah, are you aware of that? How does that show up for you? And do you know such confidential things, how the Lord manifests in your heart? Do you share the same heart with the Lord? You know his nature? Is your nature manifest like his nature? See, these kind of things. That's why if you want to be delivered, you have to find somebody like that in some lifetime and associate with that vibration, and you're lifted by that frequency and vibration. You can't create that vibration. It's already created. That's why the devotees have to come here with that vibration. And then it changes your vibration. You're transformed by it like a touchstone effect. Just the way it works. And if you're not you're not into that and you don't want to be delivered, then you know it's all about having saviors. And that's why if you're not delivered now, if love of Krishna is not awakened in you, you need a bona fide Shiksha Guru to complete the process. This is what devotees don't understand. Yeah. They don't know how to complete the process. They speculate. Well, I can complete the process with a person who has not realized Krishna, or I think they realize Krishna, or they think they realize, or they think some, all kinds of speculations. I haven't realized Krishna. That's very high, but somebody's got to carry on the movement. Somebody's got to be worshipped as good as God. See, all these speculations. Okay? So, but when you're ready to be delivered, and you'll know, the Lord will send you to a bona fide guru, and then you'll see by the book and the devotee are the same, because the Lord is in the book and the Lord is in the devotee. See, that's self-realization. Be in me, I in you, and we in the Father. That kind of thing.
Yeah, the spiritual master needs to see the Lord first before he can share it with his person.
How can you share or teach what you don't understand? That's why you make a mockery of the name spiritual master. That's why people lose faith. They lose faith in Prabhupada's books because they're not preached. They lose faith in the Bible because the Bible's already been chopped up, but you need a speaker who speaks the essence of truth, and then you get the Holy Spirit deliverance. See, St. Paul, he knew the scriptures, but when he was awakened by Christ, he could understand the deep esoteric nature of the scriptures, and he extracted that, just like Jesus did, like all gurus do, if they're delivering you and not just throwing you the rules and ceremonies. Like that's all been done all the way up till now. I mean, from Bhakti Vinod on. All they did was get you in to do ceremonial worship and rules, regulations, and fastings. Regulative devotional service. Regulate, you do it regularly. Okay? So now the new teaching is, the new message is, do regularly. Turn your camera on regularly. Associate with the devotees. Make friends with the devotees. Serve the devotees. Turn that camera on. This is the easy way. It's time for the easy way. The Lord wants to make it easier. Just whoever listens long enough, you get purified, you come to accept from your heart this preaching, because it's very true. That's why we do. That's why we're ecstatic. The ones who really accept deeply in this heart is really true. You'll overcome that material sentiments. Those who still holding back and all that, they will have sentimental problems. They'll be caught in that material sentiments. Even here, So when you're ready to move on, and you want spiritual sentiments, you want that replaced and transformed material into spiritual sentiments, that's where the happiness is. Some people hold on. I don't know, man. I think the mode of goodness, I don't know, it's kind of nice, I get a nice ras from it. But they don't think but look how many times you don't get a nice Ross. How many times you're manipulated and jerked around, and you lose, you lose everything. You lose your money, you lose your energy, you lose your whatever progress you make on this path, even. See, holding on to that. So anyway, as you start to see that hey, you can be eternally happy, eternally blissful. You see devotees, many of them becoming like that now. They're not having down days. And even if you are, you're in the right place, because there'll be a time where you won't have down days. Krishna will stay up in you, you call him and he comes, and everything is perfect and blissful and ecstatic. Yeah. You know what? I think it's time for me I got up extra early. I think I need a few more Z's. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming. I think we'll dispense with the song. I'm ready to jump in the bed for a little bit. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for coming. Oh, you want to say a couple words there, Lalita, first?
So important, Guru Maharaj, that, oh my God, I like this next verse. After seeing Lord Jagannath, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began his all-encompassing Sankirtan. And
all
that's
encompassing.
I thought it was compassion. No. No?
Encompassing. Like it takes over everything.
Oh, I thought it was full of compassion. It would have been
that
beautiful as
too.
well.
It's part of it.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah. Yeah. Sankirtan movement needs to be led by somebody who sees Lord Jagannath every day himself, so that he can talk how he looks like, that he can talk about all those qualities, so that he can share it, and goes with us together, watch him, so that we can see him together.
Yeah.
See, and that's what we are doing here. And sometimes we are still blinded. Then after a while we can see with one eye. And then we can see clearly more, better and better and better. You really need a representative of Chaitanya who saw the Lord first, maybe in the morning before he starts preaching. And got a little bit of revelations and say, yeah, let's talk about you now. Yeah. It all has nothing to do with going to that temple where you can't enter even because you don't have an Indian body. I'm not interested in that kind of rituals, etc., etc. You show me, Lord Jagannath. You do that.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. The temples you can't enter. That's basically that's bodily concept, material bodily concept. See, this is why those devotees can't enter this temple here, because of their material bodily concept. They don't let go of it. They don't want to let go of it. They want to hold on to that. That's their belief, Yeah, and that's what, see, the devotees who are ecstatic devotees, they're freed from having to be obligated to go anywhere, to any temples, because they are the temple. They just call the Lord, and the Lord comes, the transcendental Lord comes, and they're the natural priests, the natural gurus, the natural spiritual masters are those kind of devotees. Yeah, like that. Okay, my friends. Hare Krishna.
Rest well, Guru Maharaj. Bye-bye.
Yeah.